welcome back to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. My name's Mel. I'm going to be the host for today. We've got our lovely Jane.
Hello.
Who's going to be demonstrating for you. We've got Katie on cameras and we've got Diane in the driving seat today. She's on it today. Right now then, let me tell you a little bit about live shopping and then we can get stuck in because we've got a product that you've all been waiting for to come back in stock, and already 10% of it has been checked out. So you're going to have to be fast in this show, I'm afraid. And when you see it, you're definitely going to want it. If you've had it before, you're going to want to rebuy it. I've already got 2 of them earmarked for what I want to do with my resin. So you're going to have to get your fastest fingers first on this. We've also got some lovely moulds on here, which you can use for decoration. Yeah, just a lovely, lovely show, and lots of demos for you as well. So let me tell you a little bit about live shopping, how it works, where you can watch us and how to shop. If you're brand new to us, please put a message into the comments underneath the video so we can give you a nice warm highlight welcome like we like to do with all of you, but also our new viewers. And before you shop with us, please, please, please make sure that you have an account with us here at Highlight Crafts, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a few minutes time. So you can find us on YouTube. If you want to watch us on your big TV, you can do that. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram, and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. Now, to shop with us on either a Facebook or Instagram, I'm going to show you a product. That product will have a code, and all you need to do to purchase that is type the word shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will automatically put that product into a basket for you. You'll then receive a direct message. When you open the message, you'll find a link. Click that link, that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where you can then have a good peruse around the website because there's all sorts going on there as well, and then log in and check out your baskets. Now, if you prefer to shop with us directly on the website, you can also do that. Just go to highlightcrafts.com, click watch live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to go live, all the items in that show will appear down the right hand side of your screen. You then select the ones that you wish to purchase. They'll go into a little red shopping bag at the top of your screen, and when you're ready to log in and check out, click on that bag, and that will take you through that process. Now, logging in is really important, as important as opening the account in the first place, because by opening an account with us, you automatically, with no fees, so it doesn't cost you a penny, become a member of Club Highlight. And that means that you get extra discount on every single order that you place with us. Doesn't matter whether it's a Black Friday deal, whether it's been knocked down to £2 as an SVG file, you will still get that discount and you will still get your points, which is amazing, isn't it? Now then, also, if you get your basket to over £35 after those discounts, we'll pay your postage as a club member. So that's all the good stuff of having a club, but none of the paying out for it, none of the annual renewable fee that they take out your bank without you remembering, right? I know. So all the reasons to join us here at Highlight Crafts. Now, a couple of things I need to mention to you. First of all, if you're watching on Facebook, if you type the word event into the comments underneath the video on Thursday evening between 6 and 8, Stephanie and I are doing a 2-hour special on a brand new product to us here at Highlight Crafts. It is absolutely phenomenal. So please make sure that you don't forget, and if you're watching on Facebook and you type event into the comments, we will send you a reminder. Okay, so make sure you don't miss out on that. The other word to type in this show is tickets with an S on, and we have got 2 more tickets to give away for the Bath show. We're not going to see us in a bath. I'm just putting that out there. We're going to Bath to do a show. You can get 2 tickets for that show. Stephanie will be doing the resin decals, the highlight looks, and I suspect I will probably be doing Sospeso Trasparente because it did really well at the NEC. So if you want those 2 tickets, type tickets into the comments underneath the video and that will get those to you. And we're going to win. Oh. Type win to win. And we don't know what it is. It's just put question mark.
Something we make or some points.
Either something Jane makes or some points. There you go. Now then, how about that? So, event for next Thursday, tickets for tickets, win for win. That's a lot of words. Right, Jane.
Hi. I'm at this side now.
Just tell me a little bit about your journey with resin, please, Jane, and how you came to Highlight Crafts to work upstairs, loading product onto shows, and you ended up crafting.
Yeah, it's coming up to a year now since I.
Is it really?
Yeah, beginning of December. It's a year since I started.
Flipping heck, where's that gone?
I know. It's been quite a journey. Quite a journey. Been a year. It's definitely been a good year. I started in December last year doing sales admin support is the job title.
Okay.
It very quickly changed slightly to putting new products on the website, putting products onto show campaigns on Spree for the shows to run live, and then had Christmas off. And after Christmas I came back, I thought, I kind of need something that's just like something nice and calm and quiet and peaceful at home that I can do. Because I work a lot, I go to the gym a lot, I've got 5 grandkids, 4 kids, busy life, lots of stuff going on. And I'd seen people on Instagram making things with resin for a long time. And I just thought, that looks so cool. That looks so interesting. It looks like something I want to try.
Yeah.
So I bought a very small first kit, which was, I think it was 125ml bottles. And I made a set of coasters with some alcohol inks, and I thought, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really like that. So then I bought a bigger kit and made more things. And then I found resin cast and more moulds and glitters and inks and mica powders and a few more moulds.
Now she lives in a house made of mould.
And now I live in a house full of moulds, but not the black stuff.
not the mouldy mould.
Not the mouldy mould.
No mouldy mould.
I just love it. I like the fact that you're not in control of exactly how it's going to come out. Not if you're using inks and powders and things like that, you can put it in and you can mix it and you can pour it and think it's going to come out and it's going to look amazing, and it will look amazing. But once you've poured it and it cures and sets, then it's going to look completely different to how it went in when you poured it.
Yep.
And I like the fact that everything is unique. You cannot ever. I think it's a real struggle to make 2 pieces that look exactly the same.
I love that.
And I like that. That for me makes it interesting and it keeps my attention. The one thing I struggle with is the fact that it takes so long to cure. My patience isn't the greatest.
You need to get the resin mat back in, Katie.
Yeah, please. Okay. But then that's when you find different resin. That's when you find resin cast, which cures quicker, or UV resin, which is instant.
Yep.
I mean, last night I had a go at making a ring. So that's a new one that I'm going to try.
Nice.
UV resin in a bezel, a ring bezel.
Nice.
So that, if I can master that one, I'll be talking nicely to Stephanie and Katie. Maybe. Maybe.
Brilliant.
So yeah.
And now you're here doing shows.
And now I'm here doing shows.
Told you, anyone that walks through that front door, we get.
Yeah.
Like, new victim. What can we get them to do now?
Yeah,
He threatened to put Lewis on a scan and cut show.
Well, I think he should. I think if I can do it, Lewis can do it. Lewis won't do it.
He's watched and produced enough shows now.
That's what
he said. He did say that. He said that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what Andrew said. He almost got a show when he had a baby.
Yeah, no, I
really. I think.
Is he having a family?
I think when he comes back, we need to get Andrew.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm all over that. Right, now then, we've got 3 different types of resin on the show for you, but the one we're going to start with is this one. Now, when Jane brought this to show me it's months ago now, isn't it?
Yeah,
a long time ago now.
One of my first shows.
I went, oh my goodness, is that acrylic? And she was like, no, it's the resin art from Cadence. I said, but it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
She was like, yep, absolutely. This is an amazing product. Now, when I first went to Cadence, we did a resin pour, which was my favourite project. I love the acrylic pour, but the high shine that it keeps with the resin is super. And that was just mixing different pigments with the resin and then pouring it across the canvas and blowing it with a heat gun. And it looked amazing. This is it is an epoxy resin, isn't it? But it's different to a regular epoxy resin.
So regular epoxy resin sets and cures hard. It takes a lot to be able to manipulate it and move it. I think you can possibly, I've not tried it with that. This is the only one I've tried it with. But I would think that if you did use a heat gun on it, you could do it, provided it's a thin piece that you've made.
Yep.
But this one, it holds a piece, it holds a little bit of flexibility in it. So these I poured yesterday, and they've still got that little bit of flexibility in them.
Yeah, they have.
And that will stay for quite a long time.
Okay.
And again, but you can heat this up with a heat gun, and you can mould it around things which is what we did with this.
I love that magnolia. It's just superb, isn't it? And what's really exciting is you can then spray your mirror spray on the back.
Yeah.
Now I want to do a big mirror piece with the magnolias. Magnolias have a very special meaning to me. And I have a lovely mirror in the hallway, and I want to do the magnolias coming up like that as a spray. So I was going to take the mould home and use, because I bought that when I first went to Cadence years ago. And I wanted to do that, and I thought that will look lovely because the mirror will shine through. But actually putting the mirror spray on, it's just going to be fabulous.
Yeah.
And I could paint it first and then add that mirror on top.
Yeah.
So we've got it back in stock.
Yes.
This is the one that you've been waiting for.
It is.
They're 250ml bottles, are they?
They are, yes.
Okay,
so
lovely.
250ml part A, 250ml part B. It's an equal mix. So if you mix in 50ml of part A, you mix 50ml of part B. So basically you get the equivalent. You get 500ml of mixed resin.
Brilliant.
Which is amazing.
A lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
So if I was going to do the magnolia, how many of those would I get out of those bottles, please?
Out of those bottles, I would say you would get at least 5.
Wow.
If not more, because it's a very thin mould.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that. When I took that out of that mould, I think it was a Saturday morning.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah, it was a Saturday morning.
It was definitely
and
a Saturday.
I took that out of the mould, and it absolutely took my breath away how clear it was. There is something about, I love using inks, I love using powders, I love colouring and making it shiny and different colours, I love that, but there's just something about crystal clear that it's a struggle to get it, and it's a struggle to find it. So when you do find it,
you need to get it.
You just need to get it, because it's just something, there's something else about it.
Yep.
I just love it.
Lovely. Right, so Shop, is it Clear, Diane? Shop Clear is going to get you your 250ml of part A, 250 of part B from Cadence. Now we all know the clarity of Cadence. The quality is absolutely exceptional, but it's not reflected in the price. If this was the first resin you ever used, you will get the best results possible.
Absolutely. I mean, I've tried a few different mixers, a few different resin brands, and this one, for that absolute crystal clear, it's just second to none.
Gorgeous, isn't it? Right, Shop Clear, $29.99. Remember, you will get your discount off that as well, and your points. Right, let's talk UV resin. So how is this different?
So UV resin is completely different. You don't mix it, so you only use what's in this one bottle.
Okay.
So this bottle is 100 grams, and then it is activated by UV light. So you can either use a UV torch, which this one comes with, shop bundle at $19.99. You can use a nail lamp, you know, like if you go to a nail salon and they use the UV gels and things like that, you can use one of those lamps if you've got one of those. But for the intricate work, a torch will get into the little tiny spaces quite easily. And it cures 60 seconds to 2 minutes.
So is it similar to the gel that they put on your nails?
I think
the resin.
I think it
is
must be. I think it is very similar to that. There's something in there definitely, because it does cure very,
and
very
it gives a really high shine,
yeah,
and it makes them really
really tough.
Yeah. So that, if you want to try UV resin, and this is good for smaller pieces and shallower pieces.
It is. It's very good for if you buy jewellery bezels, and you can put it in there. It's good for things like that, and it's good for making rings, it's
Yep.
good for key rings, it's good for the smaller projects that you can make. So like if you want to make a set of key rings for somebody or for people and give them as gifts, then you can do it. And because it's quick,
Yeah.
you can make a lot in one go.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want that kit shop bundle, it's $19.99. Again, you'll get your discount and your points. Right, let's talk about the third resin that we've got on here.
Resin cast.
Now, we got the white back in. How long ago, Katie? 3 days, 4 days ago?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
already a quarter of it's gone.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to be quick if you want the white. So we do it in black.
Yes.
And we do it in white,
Yes.
and you get 800 grams in each bag. You can mix them together as
Yeah,
well if you want
you can,
to.
yeah.
So talk to me about this, because this is not an epoxy or a UV
No, this
resin.
is not epoxy or UV. It's a powder mix. So this one is pre-coloured black, and this one is the pure white. You mix it with water. So you mix 100 grams of powder with the black one. You mix 25 grams of water. And the white one is 35 grams of water. You're mixing it by weight, not by volume.
Right.
Because you need to be, it's quite precise on those figures. You need to get it right. Otherwise, the first time I used this, I thought I was using this mix.
Right.
And I put too much water in it, and it just didn't work.
No, it won't.
It was
set,
all
will it?
crumbly
Yeah.
and everything, and it just did not work at all. And then it was like, okay, that's because I used the wrong amount.
Listen, it's
And
a
I
learning
learned,
curve, isn't
yeah,
it?
absolutely. And I learned, so I've never done it since.
No, if you're
Never
not
done it
making
since.
mistakes, you're not learning,
Exactly,
are you?
you learn from
I
those
love
mistakes.
that.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Usually. So this one sets quite quickly. I think drying time is 90 minutes to 4 hours. 60 to 90 minutes. It's the drying time. Curing time is 2 to 3 days, I think, to let it be completely dry. I made some the other night to use with the resin decals.
Resin decals.
Not the stickers, decals.
Resin
And
decals.
because it hadn't cured, I wasn't able to use them.
It was like trying to stick them to water.
Yeah, because there was too much water in there still. I could take it out of the mould, but I couldn't decorate it the way I wanted to because it wasn't completely dry.
Absolutely.
It will now be completely dry, so I can now decorate it up the way I wanted to.
Yeah.
But you need to if you're wanting to decorate it up afterwards, you do need to let it dry so that what you want on there works properly.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want the black, shop black, $29.99. If you want the white, you have got shop white, $29.99. A quarter of the white, 15% of the Cadence resin is now allocated, and 10% of the UV. White resin cast has just jumped up to 30%.
Yep.
So you're going to have to be quick. Right, let's talk sanding blocks, Jane. Why do I need sanding blocks, please?
Okay, so when you take a resin cast item out of a mould, it won't be completely smooth underneath. You may have slightly rough base. So you just use a sanding block just to get rid of all that that roughness, just to smooth it out completely, and then you'd coat it with something like Aquastone to seal it and make sure that it's fully protected.
I do love Aquastone for that because it
Yeah.
just gives you that high shine.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about moulds now because there's different
Yes.
types of moulds on
Completely,
here,
yes, there are.
aren't there?
Yeah.
So let's start with the peacock.
This one, I love this. I think this is there's so much detail.
So what can because this is a very, very, very shallow mould. So
Yes.
what can I put in that resin-wise? Anything?
You can put resin cast in it easily.
Right.
That will go in it easily. You can also I would put this one in it. This resin art.
Right.
I would put that in it because of the fact that it's got that little bit of flexibility once it's curing. It will still go in there. You'd need to be patient with it when you're putting it in. So you'd need to either use a pipette or a stick to get it in and make sure that it goes in and around all the little shapes.
It could be worth it though.
It would be absolutely worth it. I mean, there are some very delicate things that I've made yesterday that I'll show you in a little while because we've got some new mats on there. But you could also put the resin in there and use a scraper.
Yeah.
To scrape it over, and then that will make sure that it gets into
It's all even.
Yeah.
And if I go over the edge and I've got bits all around the edge, I can just cut them off?
Yeah, you can. Well, if there are bits on, you could also use a baby wipe to clean it up as you're doing it.
Yeah.
So you could use a wipe to clean it up as you're doing it. If you use a scraper, that will take those bits off anyway. Yeah. But then also, if there's a little bits around the outside of it, they'll not affect it because they'll just, as it cures, it'll come away anyway.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, so if you want that, shop P. Could we not fit the other letters on?
No.
I was about to say it and then changed my mind.
Yeah, no.
Shop P, $12.99.
But I love that because, again, that one, if you make it in the Cadence Resin Art, you would be able to attach it to a jar or a vase or a glass and just manipulate it so that it goes around it and creates something spectacular.
Fabulous. Right, 15% of Cadence resin, 30% of resin cast in white, 10% of your UV resin, 10% of your magnolia mould, and 15% of your sanding blocks are now allocated. We're having a busy show. Now, I love this.
These were bought for soaps.
I'll tell you what these would be really nice for. I once bought some, if you drill because you can drill resin,
yes,
right?
you can drill through. Yeah.
If you put a drawer handle on that,
yes,
how
absolutely.
Gorgeous
yeah.
would that look?
But
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. So it is quite a deep mould.
I love these.
And
those are a mirror spray on the back.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a deep mould, so you could fill it with the resin, but I just wanted to do a shallow pour, so I literally poured it 2 centimetres in there, and it's come out crystal clear.
With the Cadence resin.
And that's the clarity that you get.
Look at that.
With the crystal.
It looks like acrylic, doesn't it? Do not miss out on this resin. Is all the stock we've got what we've got, Katie?
Yes, until I place a new order.
It's all
That's probably
loaded.
New Year. Yes.
Right, okay. It's all loaded. A quarter of the stock is allocated. We will not be getting this back this side of Christmas.
Yeah,
so seriously now, guys, if you're going to if you want this, please pop it into your baskets and check those baskets out, because this will not be back in stock in 2025, and it takes us about 8 weeks to get it back in. So there's no 8 weeks to get a Cadence order in. So please, I'm not doing this to push you or make you buy something that you're not sure about. If you know you want it and you want to do it this side of Christmas, please get it now, because this is not going to last at all.
I mean, I would love to use that for Christmas decorations.
Oh,
baubles on your tree, Christmas ornaments
absolutely.
On your tree. They'll just absolutely shine. With the
I'm glad I've got one at home that I haven't used yet, but I really do want some more. So
yeah,
we're all after it. You want some?
I do.
I want some.
I do want
David's
some.
after it.
Yeah.
Stephanie will want some because she's making all her own Christmas gifts as well. So that's 4 of us just in here. So please don't miss out on that.
Yeah.
And we haven't got hundreds of them. I'm going to say that. But we haven't even got 100 of them.
Not now.
Right, not now. Right, Jane. This is a cracker, because you could use it for chocolate and you could use it for soap.
You could.
As
you
well,
would need
couldn't
a separate one if you're using food stuff.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
It. So you would need.
Or wax melts.
But wax melts. You can make candles with it. You can make soap with it. You can use your resin in it. You can use resin cast. You could make resin cast, and they'd be like little tiles.
They would. And resin cast isn't heavy either.
No.
So it would be really nice on the front of a card.
Yeah.
If you just like making simple cards, like a small 4x4, that on the front, sentiment, job done.
But I like the detail that's in these as well,
because
there's so much detail in those. So when it picks it up and it comes out. And
do I need to do anything to the mould before I put the resin in it?
No.
And do different moulds react in different ways?
They do, yes. So it would depend on the mould. So this material will give you more often a frosted effect.
Okay.
When you take your resin item out. If it's the epoxy resin that you've used, it will give you a frosted effect. This one gives you the absolute crystal clear result. This is the mould that I used to make this, because that was when we got it in the first time.
Okay, and this one has given you that crystal clear, isn't it?
So this one is given the crystal clear with these flowers.
Yeah, I want to do that. 20% of this mould is now allocated. Now, if I want to put alcohol ink into it, when do I do it? If I wanted that with alcohol ink inside it, do I put it in the mould?
You can put it in the mould, and then you can pour your resin into it.
On top.
You can put it into your resin, you can drop it in, not mix it and pour it in, or you can drop it into the resin and you can mix it. Depends what effect you want.
Okay.
I am going to do that.
Do all sorts of different ones, which is great. What I love about alcohol ink in epoxy resin is it captures the motion.
Yeah.
So if you imagine when you drop alcohol ink and it moves, it goes into all like these little fronds, doesn't it? Yeah. And then it stops. Yeah. The resin stops it, and it literally it captures the movement. It's so beautiful. So if you want this one, Shop Floral, $14.99. You've got 4 in one there.
Yeah.
You know, that I'm absolutely going to drill a hole through that. That's going on all my cupboard doors because I think that's beautiful.
I think they look amazing.
And this isn't heavy either.
No, not at
That
all.
on the front of a card wouldn't cost you any more than if you'd matted and laid it a few times and stuck some die cuts on. But imagine that just on the front of a card with a sentiment underneath. How different is that? It's gorgeous, isn't
And
it?
you could line a mirror with them as well.
Absolutely.
Or a picture frame.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Shop Floral at $14.99. Right, let's talk about this one now.
So this one
has given you that frosted finish.
It's given the frosted finish. I think it's just a slightly different texture. So this is your shiny silicone. And it's not the shiny, this is the matte. Which is a similar kind of material.
I was just about to
that
say,
one.
how do I know?
Yeah.
So if I bring in the magnolia, you'll see that that's got a shine inside there, and that's got a shine inside there. So if your mould has got that shine, it will dry crystal clear. If your mould is matte, it will give you that frosted look. It looks like privacy glass. I like this.
I love these.
I love the fact that depending on the mould, you can change that resin.
Yeah.
That's really clever.
I love how these have come out, how it's picked up every little bit.
They're gorgeous.
Of those lacy details in the bottom.
If that was like an amber colour, it would remind me of Pear's soap. Do you remember that?
Oh yes.
I can in my grandma's bathroom now. And that little soap dish that she had, then the magnet in the top of the Pear's soap, so it stuck to the magnet. And then the worst thing ever invented, the one thing that does not do the job it was made to do, Isle toilet paper.
Never heard of it.
Have you never used? It's like greaseproof paper.
Oh, they used to have it in school toilets. Yeah, they used to have that in school. Yeah, no. Whoever thought that would be a good idea.
All I'm going to do is that.
Yeah.
Isle toilet paper.
Whoever thought that was a good idea? I have no idea. I'm so
Thank God for Andrex.
Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. No offence to any of them out there.
Nope. I just said I'm like that. I'm like that all the time. Brilliant. Right. So that's clarified that, because I was thinking, how do I know what's going to give me which?
Yes.
If you've got a shine in your mould, you'll get crystal clear. If your mould is matte, I love that tree. Look at that. And again, these, I tell you what, these would be nice as chocolate.
They would be amazing as chocolate.
Wouldn't they? Little chocolate bars.
Yeah.
They're great. Or soaps.
Yeah. So that's the thing. You can use them. You can use them for resin cast. You can use them for epoxy.
Yeah.
You can use them for soap. You can use them for wax. You can make candles out of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Look at these.
I know. I was really pleased with those.
Right. If you want this one, I'm saying, because my bank account's going down and down and down as I'm doing this show.
Yeah.
Shop lace, $14.99. But you know what? Can't take it with me.
No, you can't.
No pockets and shrouds. I've told Matthew my craft room is his inheritance. That's what he's getting. He's like, oh, all right then. Man, you've got a lot of stuff. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Right, now then, this one. Now, if you've bought the MDF from us before, these for your embellishments are going to look amazing. But look how beautiful. And again, that mould is quite matte.
Yes.
So you've got that frosted finish. These with mirror spray on the back are going to look lovely, aren't they?
Yeah,
they will
definitely.
look like metal embellishments, and they're not. And they're super light. Now, for this one, you're going to get all of these little embellishments.
Yeah.
So this is your borders. This one, sorry, I've come in the wrong order, Diane. It's my fault. Can we have a look at the little embellishment one, please? That's all right.
Which one? The small one?
Yes, please. Thank you. Shop Ornate, $9.99.
I know.
That's
and you've got 5. Well, you've got a pair of those, and then you've got 4 others. But for me, it's the detail. It's that amount of detail in there, and it picks it out absolutely precisely.
It does. It's absolutely beautiful. Shop Ornate, $9.99 is going to get you all 5 of those embellishments. And of course, you can use them with clay if you want to.
Yeah.
You don't have to use them with resin.
No.
Could I use the same mould for clay and resin if I cleaned it thoroughly?
You would have to clean it in soapy water.
Yeah.
If your resin comes out, I don't tend to clean my moulds after I've used resin. If I've used resin cast or clay or anything like that, then yes, you would need to clean it. So soapy water, give it a good wash, let it dry naturally, and then you're good to go for the next one.
Okay, perfect. Now, borders, this is a lovely one as well,
Yeah.
isn't it? Shop border, $10.99. That's a cracking price for
Yeah.
that dye. You've got the ones that make it look like little pearls in here. These are stunning. Look at that mould.
These remind me of dado rails when,
Yeah, they do.
when they were a thing.
Yeah, they do. Or ceiling. What do you call
the
it?
ceiling flowers.
Ceiling roses.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, ceiling
absolutely. Shop border will get you that mould for $10.99. You've got a £4 saving on that. That is beautiful, because I could do that all the way around the inside of the mirror.
Absolutely.
That would look
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Or, putting them on a picture frame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Shop border, $10.99. Now then, Jane, these are a little bit exciting,
These are
aren't they?
new. Brand new. I asked if we could have these on today, and Katie very kindly said yes, because I found them in the warehouse, and I was like, can we please?
Look at that.
I know. Like, can we please make these?
Look at the quality of that. I love
And
that.
I love how delicate
I love
they
that
are.
frosting on there.
Yeah.
Look at that. That in your bathroom is going to look absolutely lovely.
I like
And
the
look,
fact, yeah. But
look at that.
I know. And this is your Cadence resin art.
Love this. This is fabulous. Now you're getting all 4 of these, right?
Yeah, you are.
You could use them with your paste as well.
Yes,
from
absolutely.
Cadence.
Yeah, I think
Don't
David
forget
said
that as well.
David wants to have a go.
Yeah, he
when he
does.
left on Monday.
He'll get his own back on that one,
I
you
know.
know.
Sorry,
Next time
David.
there's a resin show, you won't have anything on.
I know.
These are your leaves in there as well. Now you're getting all 4, so you're getting that beautiful floral.
Yeah.
That's super, super fine, isn't
That
it?
is
Super
very fine.
delicate.
It is, yeah.
So you're getting that one, which is your long one. Now David is also bringing the icy snow paste on Monday.
Yeah.
That will work in these moulds. So on Monday, we're bringing that back. It's been out of stock forever. We've got it back in. You've then got the one with the leaves on. My mum would have used that. My mum used to go out in the garden. This is how much life has changed and health and safety has taken over. She used to go outside, pick the leaves off the roses, wash them, and then paint chocolate on them, leave them to harden and put them on her desserts. Can you imagine doing that? No, we can't do that. We'll have them.
don't tell anybody.
Yeah, you just don't tell
don't tell
anybody. 10% of these are allocated. I love this. It reminds me of coral.
That or the family tree.
Yeah, the family
Tree of
tree.
life.
Yeah, I love that. I
Yeah.
think that's gorgeous. And I love the fact that it's frosted because it's that matte mould. Look at that. And you put the 2 side by side. I mean, there's nothing
And
to
it's
stop you
exactly the same resin.
doing one project where you've got the 2, because it almost looks like a different texture. I like the 2 together.
Yeah.
I think that's a lovely, lovely thing. So if you want all 4, your leaves, your flowers, your set different leaves, and your coral, shop matte, $22.99 is going to get you all of those. And now we've also put this on for you, because the resin art from Cadence is flexible.
Yes.
You could put it on something like that. In fact, this is one that you did yesterday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is the frosted one. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks on there. And you just use resin, right? Would you use your epoxy resin, or
You
would you use
can.
your UV resin?
You can use
Look
either.
at that.
You can use either. I have used epoxy. I think when I did this one, it was epoxy resin that I used, but I needed to use tape to hold it in place until
Yes.
the epoxy had cured.
Yes.
Your UV resin, you can use that, and it will cure in about a minute.
How beautiful is that? Now, that might cost you, what, $19.99 in John Lewis?
Oh, at least.
That
Yeah.
will be probably $69.99, because you've got that. That is amazing. Look at that. How stunning is that?
Yeah. And I mean, if you wanted to colour it and put, you'd colour your petals, you'd colour your leaves,
Yep.
and then you've just got something that's.
I'm just thinking about it all mirror sprayed.
You've got to think about that.
I love that mirror spray. It's one of the most brilliant products ever to come out of Cadence. I have no idea how it works. I don't care how it works. I just love it. And the fact that you can use it on the back of your resin blows my mind, because that is such a game changer. But look how flexible that is. Look,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do a Stephanie.
No, no.
Keep twisting.
It's now called doing a Stephanie.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
that's-
Okay.
that's
Well,
the actual-
we'll coin that phrase then.
That is the
Okay.
actual phrase. Now, right, Jane, do you want to go and get ready
I
for
will
demo?
get ready for demo.
I'm
yes.
just going to do a quick recap
Yep.
on this Cadence resin and give you some stock updates. 25% now of this. We will not be getting this back this side of Christmas. All the stock that we have is loaded onto the system. So when it's gone, it's gone. It took us 8 weeks to get this back in stock. So from Turkey to here, because a lot of it comes on the road, it takes us quite a long time to get it back in. Quarter of the stock is already gone. 30% of your white resin cast, those magnolias that look beautiful in that as well, I have to say, is gone. 30% of your UV resin with the torch has gone. 10% of your magnolia mould has gone. 20% of your sanding blocks has gone. 45% of that mould is now allocated, and 20% of these mats is also allocated. Oh, hang on, we're changing that. I know. Are you doing a 3? Oh no.
Oh,
Half
wow.
the stock.
Sorry,
Half
David.
the stock of those. You say that with such sincerity.
Annoying you.
Wait till David does it to you.
I know.
Right.
Well, I think I've
Then
got
you'll
2
be-
shows with him next
Yeah,
week.
well, wait till he gets his own back.
He will, I'm sure.
He will. So that was short to 50% of the mats. He won't be bothered today. He's dressed up as Claudia Winkleman.
Oh my goodness, we need the pictures of that, don't
He's
we?
going to send me one tonight.
Oh, you need
He's
to
going
put
to
it
a
in.
Halloween party dressed as Claudia Winkleman from The Traitors. And I went, why did you choose that? And he said, because I didn't want to go as a traffic cone or a slice of bacon again. Again.
Again.
So he's already done it once. Brilliant, isn't he?
Again.
I love him to
that.
bits.
I love the word again.
Fantastic. Right, Jane. Let me
Okay.
just see if, before we just get stuck in, I just want to see if there's any questions. And then I don't need to keep interrupting you. If we can answer
Okay.
questions now, and then you can tell us
Yeah.
a little bit more. Still here and looking forward to nearly 2 hours of resin with Jane and Mel. I'm a very happy bunny, says Maureen. You're very
Hi,
welcome.
Maureen.
Morning, can't wait. Just ordered the resin, says Marina. Aileen says, morning, resin ordered last night.
Oh,
Looking
wow.
forward to the show. You're ahead of the game, aren't you? I love that.
Well done.
Got my resin in the night, says Barbara. Wow, you've all been up shopping early, haven't you? We've got just been and checked out the resin, says Terry Kim. Well done. Love that. What else have we got? Question, Jane. What would you use to stick the magnolia mould to a mirror after using mirror spray? Thanks.
Again, I would either use UV resin that may not penetrate the
Mirror
mirror
spray.
spray, so I would go with epoxy resin, but tape it in place with something that's not going to leave any residue, and then once your epoxy resin is cured after about 8 hours, you should be good to take the tape off.
Okay, lovely. Dee says you can paint a thin layer of resin over the frosted pieces to make them clear.
Yeah, it's called
Oh.
a flood coat.
Oh, never heard of that. Thank you, Dee. That's great. We've got, let's have a look. Janice with us. Those moulds would look really nice mirror sprayed. I know, Janice. That's going in my head. I actually want to get in my car and drive home now and go and do it, but I can't. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Hold on, Mel.
I know. Well, I've got Killer Vanilla for an hour, and I'm you know how nosy I am. I'm properly nosy, and I'm going to ask all the questions that you will be asking at home, like how does it work, how did it come to be, all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to put him through his paces today.
Got mine in the pocket.
Hang on. Oh, I've got blinking all sorts in this pocket. My life's in here. I've got sweeteners, lip salve.
We do use this stuff that we talk about.
Smells
Smells amazing. Smells good.
Definitely helps.
Yeah.
Right, now then, if you colour the leaves, you could put them on your Christmas wreaths. Yes, you could.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that, Chris Biggs. Looking good, Mel. Can see you've lost weight. Way to go, girl. Thank you very much. We're at 2 stone now.
Wow, well
2
done.
stone, one more to go.
Nice.
Yep,
Good
on
work.
On it.
Okay, guys,
Right, Jane.
so mixing resin. Mixing your Cadence resin, your epoxy resin. Because you're mixing 2 chemicals together, you are going to get micro bubbles in there, and you can You can mix it really, really slowly, and that will minimise the number of bubbles that you get in there. Don't mix it as though you're stirring a cup of tea, because that will just fill it with bubbles, and it'll take a good 10-15 minutes at least for those to dissipate. So then once you have started mixing it, it will go cloudy because you are mixing those two chemicals together. You'll get a stringy appearance in there, but if you're using a folding technique like this, as
Like
though
folding
you
meringue.
are folding a meringue,
Yeah.
or folding a cake mix, just so that you're not aerating it too much. But alcohol inks, if you put alcohol inks in there, they will also disperse the bubbles because of the alcohol in them. Some people use isopropyl alcohol to disperse the microbubbles. People also use a heat gun that will get rid of them as well.
Right, so isopropyl alcohol, how do I use that?
You'd spritz it on top.
Spritz
You'd
it on top
just spritz
after
it on-
you've poured
after,
it.
After you've mixed it.
Right.
After you've mixed it, you've got it in the container that you've mixed it in. You would then put a couple of quick sprays on top of it.
Okay.
And that will go through and it will disperse the bubbles quicker for
Okay.
you. It has to be at least 97%. It can't, anything less than that won't work.
Okay.
So the more...
And don't
proof-
drink it.
Yeah, don't drink it.
And if you are going to spritz it, please do it in outside or in a well-ventilated area.
well
'cause
ventilated.
You don't want spritzed
Yeah.
alcohol.
The
You'll be a
good
bit
thing about
drunk.
this Cadence resin art is that I can't, there are no fumes with it whatsoever. It's classed as non-toxic, which is very, very important when you're using something like this. I always wear gloves because even if I get any of this on, it becomes sticky, and that's what it's just not a pleasant thing to have
No.
stuck on your hands, because you then try and pick something else up and you just can't work with it.
Yeah, no.
So I always wear gloves when I'm mixing it, always.
I do want
So-
to just say though, Jane, while you're mixing that,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to read from the back,
Okay.
and I'm going to get Katie to just come and have a look at this because Jane's just mixing now.
Yeah.
The first word on there is non-toxic, because we got asked about this quite a lot. Sometimes you've seen people on TV and they've got big thick black gloves on and they've got
Yeah.
a mask on, etc., etc. The first word there, non-toxic. Okay, so I'm going to read the back of it so that I just want you to know that it's incredibly safe to use. Non-toxic, non-flammable, thick resin and glossy top coat, designed for any creative project like artwork, photos, wood, canvas, marble, tiles, ceramic, metal, porcelain, glass, terracotta, masonry, polyester, plastic, stone, etc. Wow.
I don't think there's much you can't use it on.
It is a clear, shiny, thick, solid and hard. It has a long-term clarity, non-yellowing performance and no scratching. It is self-leveling and it's a 1:1 mixing ratio. And it's user-friendly, no fading and UV resistant, which means it can go outside. Or imagine these on a wind chime outside.
Those wind chimes that we have.
With these embellishments hanging.
Yeah.
Can be used clear or tinted for silicone molds. One day after take out of the mold, can be applied on curved surfaces since it is elastic. Total drying 1 week. Hi. Okay. Right, check out your baskets. I've got Diane holding a phone here. Check out your baskets. Stock's going down away from the show with people shopping online. 40% now, and we've only got one of these left. And 40% of the Cadence resin is now allocated. We are not getting this back before Christmas, and it took us 8 weeks from the last time it went back out of stock to get it back in. So if you want it, please get it.
Yeah.
Right, Jane? I just wanted to make sure
No,
that
that's
everybody understood
yeah.
that this is an incredibly safe and incredibly versatile resin.
Yes.
Right, Becky, let's go back over to Jane. Thank you.
Okay, so I've separated out some of the resin in here. I'm going to now do something quite magic. I'll put a couple of drops of the alcohol ink in.
Lisa Evans says, hi Mel and Jane, I have a question. I have spilt resin all over. Is there any substance that can dissolve any resin so I can clean it up?
Oh goodness, alcohol. The isopropyl
alcohol.
That will work.
That's
that will
going to
help.
be very strong.
It's gonna be quite a job to get that. When you say all over, do you mean
all over what?
All over what? What kind of surface
If it's
have
on
you?
your carpet, it's an insurance claim, right?
It's on furniture, is it? Wood?
Yeah, we need to know a little bit more detail, please.
On what surface you've actually spilt it onto.
Right, so you've mixed, yeah. And is it dry? So you've mixed that now, Jane. What did you put in it, please?
I put a couple of drops of red and a couple of drops of orange alcohol ink in there.
Right.
So I'm just going to scrape that into that mould. Again, I'm only doing a thin pour in these because I just like the fact that they come out looking quite delicate. And now...
The flower mould is now all allocated, so you can't get that one anymore. If it's still in somebody's basket, you could pinch it. But if you've got it in your basket, please check it out. I like that on top of there.
Yeah.
That is like alcohol ink on Yupo.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting that it responds in the same way as that.
Yeah, I absolutely love how it just does its own thing. It's like you know what colours you want to use.
So are these the pearlescent ones?
No, these are the original set of inks that we had a while ago.
Because I have the Tim Holtz ones that are pearlescent and they fizz.
Oh wow!
I bet they'd be really good in here as well because they have his alcohol inks have a resin in them to help them bond.
Oh, nice.
Because we've got some new stencil SVGs launching on Monday on the Scan and Cut shows. And there's some beautiful elements that come out like a long branch and loads of like foliage designs, and I've put the alcohol ink on top of the Mylar pieces so I can use them for another project because I don't want to throw them away. They're too nice.
Yeah, this is the thing. If you're wanting to, you can use so many different things in other things as well. I like the fact that you can embellish dried flowers in this. You can put photographs in this. If you're putting a photograph in it, make sure that you've laminated it. I would say put it through the laminator at least twice to make sure that it's completely sealed around the edges, because otherwise if your resin gets onto it, it will spoil that photograph. But practice with something that you've printed off that it's not the proper photograph. If you don't want to risk using the actual photograph, print it off on something else, on a different kind of photo paper, and then at least you're not risking the original that you've then lost that one forever. But if you laminate it, like I said, laminate it at least twice, and then that makes it completely sealed, and that should make it easier to embed into your resin product.
Okay, lovely. So you've poured that now. Now, if I wanted to, are you going to leave that to set?
I'm going to leave that one. I'm going to leave that one to set as it is there, and I'm going to wait and see what that one. When I come in on Monday, I will demold it and see what it looks like.
And I'll put a picture on social.
And I'll put a picture on social as well, because that, as nice as that looks there, it will change as it's curing, because the heat that is created when your resin cures, the exothermic reaction, it will pull those inks in different directions and different ways, so it will form different shapes and different patterns within that resin as well. And that's just caused by the heat that is created when you mix the two parts together. Okay, so Lisa says, hi, I am so impaired, bless you. I can knock things over and it's all over her glass mat. Glass mat, I would say alcohol. If it's dried, you might be able to scrape it off if it's on glass. If you can get some kind like a scraper, something with a sharpish blade, that should be able to scrape it off there. If it's on glass, that should be easier to get off than if you've dropped it on carpet or any fabric. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, my lovely. I'm just going to do a quick recap. Okay. And just literally with this Cadence resin, because it is flying out. Please don't miss out. I don't want anybody disappointed. I don't want you coming back the week before Christmas and gone, oh, it's all gone. We are not getting this back in this side of Christmas, not because we don't want to, because we do, but just because of it takes 8 weeks. So we've got to put our order in, they've got to manufacture it, pick and pack it, then it's got to come get to this country from Turkey. So it takes us a long time to get Cadence product back in. Shop Clear $29.99 is going to get you 250 ml of part A and 250 ml of part B. It's an equal mix.
So if you do 100 ml of that, you need 100 ml of that. And then you don't stir it, you do it like you're folding a meringue. So you know when you fold, so it doesn't get air, it keeps the air in it, it doesn't knock the air out. This is the opposite. You don't want those bubbles to appear. So dries super clear if your mould has a slight shine to it, and it gives you a frosted finish if it's a matte mould. And I think that's great because the two together look beautiful. Shop clear $29.99. 40% now of your white resin cast, 800 grams. All your instructions on how you mix it are on the back of your packaging, and it's a fantastic product. And then you could put your resin over the top and give it that high shine. 40%, shop white, $29.99. Let's talk about this peacock mold, because this with that resin would look lovely. Now you will have to be patient with this when you're filling it. So if you got a tiny pipette, look at the detail. Look at the claws on the end of that peacock's foot. I mean, the detail in this mould is absolutely extraordinary. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So you could do this. It's quite shallow in areas, but Jane assures us that we can absolutely put our resin art in there. Shop P is going to get you that for $12.99. Now, your magnolia mould, bless you, Becky, your magnolia mould, I mean, how beautiful is that? 15% of this is allocated. Don't miss out on this one. I love the fact this, I mean, look at the clarity in that. Isn't that just extraordinary? And now imagine that with mirror spray on the back. How fabulous is that? I also love the bottom of it. Look at that. We've put water in it with the little houses and some stones in. And then this is our candle stand with a wick in it. How lovely is that? So that one is Shop Magnolia, $19.99. If you don't, oh, this one's gone, so we can't use that one. That's going to go over there, but I will bring these in to show you again that clarity. Look at that. These on the front of drawers with a little handle on there would look absolutely beautiful, wouldn't they? They're gorgeous. Right, now the next one. Now this is a matte mould, so there's no shine in this. So you get this frosted finish. I love this. I think these are great. Look at these. And you've got 6 different moulds in that one there, 6 different designs, which is just fantastic, isn't it? Shop Lace, $14.99. If I got that Mylar, that's come out of the stencil, the detail, and I put alcohol ink on that, I could put that in resin, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could. All you need to do, you need to make sure that you put it in slowly in a thin layer first, and then make sure that there are no air bubbles trapped underneath it. So you'd need to give it a bit of a move it around a little bit to make sure there are no air bubbles underneath it.
But the resin isn't going to affect the alcohol ink, is it?
No, not at all.
No, I think that will be fabulous. So you're getting all of those, all 6 of those. Shop Lace, $14.99. Got 2 left. Okay, we've got 2 left. Got to be quick. Now this is lovely. This is gorgeous. If you've got those Miller jars or any of our glassware and you want to make them look even more opulent, this is going to be the way forward. Look at this mould. I love this one where you've got the string of pearls. That's really rather special. These flourishes are absolutely divine. If you want this mould, shop border $10.99. So you've got a £4 saving on this one. I don't know why, but you have, because it's absolutely gorgeous. Large border mould, $10.99. We'll get you that one. If you want this one to make your own embellishments, I mean, how gorgeous is that? Isn't that lovely? This would be lovely in dolls' houses as well, wouldn't it? On the furniture in dolls' houses. Shop Ornate, $9.99. That will get you that one. And then the mats, these were flying out, so we'll see where we are with our stock on these. You're going to get that one, which is your leaf. Beautiful, isn't it? You've then got this one, which reminds me of coral. I think that's absolutely gorgeous, or seaweed. We've got 2 of these. Is that right? Where am I looking? Mats.
75% allocated.
75% allocated. You've then got this filigree leaf there. and you're also going to get your flower mould there. And Jane's about to show you exactly how to use these moulds with resin, because you would look at them and think that, especially the flower,
Yeah.
that it's too shallow.
Yes,
But
yeah, you would.
actually, it works perfectly. And you could use them with your paste, your flexible paste from Cadence as well. So lots of opportunity with those. 3/4 of the stock is already allocated. Just before we go back to Jane, if you would like to join us for an event on Thursday night between 6 and 8, we are bringing a brand new product to us here at Highlight Crafts. It is out in the marketplace, but you won't believe our price. You definitely need to tune in for that on Thursday evening. If you'd like a reminder, type the word events into the comments if you're watching on Facebook now, and then we can send you that reminder. If you would like to win 2 tickets to the show in Bath, the Craft for Crafters Stitching for All show. It's not just stitching, we will be there as well. Be quite a lot of people there, I believe. 2 tickets, they're worth £11 each. So if you'd like those, type the word tickets with an S, because you're getting 2, into the comments, and just type win as well, because we're going to give something away. We don't know what yet, but we're going to give something away, which is great. Probably points, I think. Right, lovely. Back over to you.
Yep. Okay, so I did say earlier that you can use, as you've seen, you can use these with the Cadence Resin Art. They are very, very delicate. They're very, very thin. There's not a lot of depth to these, so you do need to have patience and take your time with them. There are a couple of different ways that I tried yesterday, which I figured out as I was trying them for the first time. So I would use a stick just to start putting those bits of resin in, and then just give it a nudge around and make it go into the spaces. You could also use a cocktail stick, because that's a little bit finer than these mixing sticks. But again, just drop it in.
We've got a few questions.
Okay.
Alison says, good morning. I've not been messaging as I had surgery last week and I have not been very well. Oh, bless you, Alison. I hope you're feeling better now. Sending you all our love from Highlight Family. Can I ask, I want to make some small resin embellishments for cards. What do I use to make them antique gold? What would I rub on? Thanks.
Would it be those
Finger
Cadence?
waxes?
Yeah, the finger waxes from Cadence, or is it the patina? Would they work?
No, the patina
There's
needs to work on metal
See,
leaf.
I don't know the Cadence products like you do.
It needs to go rustic. I would use, if you want them to look like solid gold, have we got the liquid leaf in?
No.
Has it gone? You could use a Dora metallic, because it's a hybrid, so it will go on any surface. I would probably use a Dora metallic, if I'm honest, and use that. The finger waxes are better on black, because they show up, and they're probably better on your resin cast. You can use them, but they will probably be better. But I would use the Dora Metallic, because it will give you, it's got that crushed metal flake in, and the mica. That would look absolutely beautiful. So I would recommend that. Marina says, Mel, what would you use to stick the moulds onto glass or mirror after you have mirror sprayed them?
That would be your resin. I would say your epoxy resin for that one, because I don't think your UV would go through the mirror spray.
No.
So, because it needs to be transparent. So epoxy resin, but then you'd need to tape it in place until your epoxy resin is cured, which I'd say you'd need to give it at least 6 hours, maybe 8 hours. Okay,
and Charlene says, best way to adhere clear resin mould onto glass jar or vase, same way.
Yeah, definitely. I'll show you that. I will show you that in a moment. I'll show you with UV resin.
Okay, lovely.
So
you're using a lolly stick?
I'm using a lolly stick, which is a little bit messier than...
Can you use a pipette?
You can use a pipette. That would be the easier way to do it, to be fair. It would be the tidier way to do it.
Okay.
So I'm putting a little bit more in these.
And you've coloured that with alcohol ink as well?
I have, yes, with a nice bright green alcohol ink, just so that you can see the effect of it.
This will be nice, because this will come out frosted, right?
It will come out frosted.
And I love that, because you'll have that green frosty finish.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So if you bought the large epoxy resin kit, you had a scraper in there, and then all I would do with that is just go over it, and that spreads it into the spaces that it's not already got. Give that a wipe with a baby wipe, which gets everything off, and then go back in and fill the spaces that I haven't done.
Lovely.
Just put little drops back in there.
It's quite gelatinous, isn't it?
Yes.
And you would expect when you're going into some, especially on the Lol estate, that it would just flood off, but it doesn't. There's a nice viscosity to it, isn't there?
Yeah, it just gives that a nice little drop. I think because as well I've left this for a few minutes, it's started. You've got about a 40-minute working window when you're working with resin, so it starts to cure basically after about 40 minutes, and that's when it starts to thicken up, which means that when you do a pour, it gives you if you're doing something like this, you are probably better waiting until it's started to thicken up that little bit.
Now these mats are now fully allocated, so if you want them, you're serious about them, please check your baskets out. If you've changed your mind, please take it out of your basket so that somebody else can have that mould. These are great. I never thought you'd be able to do this fine work, but you obviously can. I think these are great. And how long will that take to dry, Jane? How long before I can demould?
I would give it at least 6 hours just to make sure that you've got that little bit of dryness in there, and then depending on if you're wanting to fold it around something, you could then take it out and adhere it to something. If you're wanting it to set fully, I would say give it maybe 6 to 8 hours.
Okay, so if it sets fully and then I suddenly think, no, I want to mould it,
heat gun,
a
heat gun or a hairdryer.
So not on a high setting?
Not on a high setting, just enough to soften it back up again for you, and then that will mean that you can manipulate it around.
Lovely.
And there, that one is nicely filled.
Love that. How cool is that? Now they are fully allocated now, so please check out. Half the stock of the Cadence resin is now allocated. We are not getting this back in, not forever, just not before Christmas. We can't. How many weeks is it now till Christmas? 6,
7 weeks. It's 6 weeks after next week, because my eldest son's birthday is 6 weeks before Christmas, and it's his birthday next week.
That's scary.
I know.
Oh, I have to say, I think I've nearly done my Christmas shopping.
I've got 2 presents, 2 of my grandkids' presents, but psychologically I've never ever been able to start Christmas shopping until after his birthday.
Right.
Never. I've always wanted to do his birthday first, and then I can get stuck into Christmas shopping.
And then you can do Christmas.
Then I can do Christmas.
You'll hate mine then. I used to do mine on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
Because if I went in town and if I shopped throughout the year, it ended up at Christmas and I got more stuff than I ever needed.
And then people
change
change
forget about it and then change your mind. So now
yeah.
I used to just go in on Christmas Eve, do the lot, come back, wrap it up, job
I mean,
done.
I do my food shop on Christmas Eve. I have been known to go to the supermarket at 6 a.m. on Christmas Eve to do my Christmas food shop.
I hate Christmas shopping for food.
Yeah.
It's awful, isn't it? It's the worst thing. You think people shop like there's a war on.
I know, and the shops are closed for 1-2 days maybe.
My mum used to say that. Why is everybody shopping like there's a war on? These trolleys piled high with stuff that they're never going to eat, never going to get through.
I know. Yeah, I'm like your mum. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, I'm like my mum.
Yeah.
I get that. Right, what else can you... Shall we have a look at UV resin?
Yes,
Jane,
let's have a look
please?
at UV resin. So I'll move that out of the way. Because it's not as deep, that is an easier one to move. Just realised that.
This is H999. Can you just check your spelling, please, on the word win? I think you pressed the wrong button.
I've just noticed I've missed a bit.
You missed a bit?
Yeah. Not that I'm too particular, but yeah, I've missed a bit. Okay, so UV resin is this one. It comes, when you get it, you've got your little top that you take your bottle top off. You've got a foil protector or card protector in there. You take that off and you attach this lid that you get with your bottle. It has got a cap on it so that you can store it quite safely, and that's where you dispense your UV from. This is your little torch. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put, actually no, I need to, sorry.
All right, don't apologise, we've got plenty of time.
I need to heat this up. I need to soften it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach it to this jug, and I'm going to decorate it up with this. So what I need to do, as flexible as this still is, parts of it aren't as flexible as I want them to be.
I'm going to swap you with that one.
Okay.
Because this one we can use for stickers, and that's too nice to put on with the gong sticker.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
The gong stickers aren't nice, but that's going to look beautiful on there.
So this one, because the flowers are not as flexible as the thin bits with the leaves on, I'm going to heat it up so that I can mould it around that jug better. So I'm just going to get the heat gun and just hold it over.
Once I've heated it, how long does it stay flexible for?
I'd say you've probably got at least 15-20 minutes before it starts to dry back up, before it starts to go hard again.
That's not bad.
So you have got I think you've got a decent amount of time to work with it. Just have a look at that. Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
That's made
amazing. Look
that
at
a
that.
lot more pliable that you can then move that around. So then what I'd do, I would put a drop of UV resin in the middle of there.
So as a beginner, if somebody says, oh, I've never tried resin before, which one would you recommend?
It depends what they're wanting to make. That's the thing, because different ones make different things. So if you're wanting to make jewellery, I would say go with your UV resin.
Right.
If you're wanting to make a set of coasters, then you go with epoxy resin or resin cast. So then I would get this, and then I would just hold it up onto there.
Have you got tape?
Don't need tape, it's UV.
Oh, of course.
So then I'm going to go on with the UV.
So it'll go through that resin.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, that's easy. That's super easy.
So that will.
So
then,
how long for, Jane? Because that'll be the next question.
Well, that one is already stuck.
Wow. So really, if you set yourself a production line, if you had a couple of moulds,
yes,
and you set yourself up a production line, you can make quite a lot in 2 days.
Oh yeah,
you?
quite easily. Yeah, because UV resin is so quick to cure, it's so easy to work with. This for me is an absolute game changer when you wanted to do something like this.
Now, cleaning wise, just warm soapy water.
Yes.
Not a dishwasher.
No,
Don't
not a
do
dishwasher.
that.
Hand wash only, I'm afraid.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I quite like washing up in a sink.
Do you?
I prefer I prefer it to empty in a dishwasher.
Oh, I don't know, because I've treated myself to a tabletop dishwasher this week.
You have.
And it's the best thing I've bought in a long time.
It takes me a mix so long to fill the dishwasher full of pots.
See, that's the thing though. Mine's only a small one, so
yeah. Ours is a dishwasher.
Is it a slimline one?
No.
Full set. Oh, that'll be one.
I'm like, what's the point? We can just put pots in the sink and wash them up.
And again, as you can see, that is adhering quite nicely.
That's amazing. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that just exquisite?
And that is then attached.
Look at that.
Obviously, if you wanted to make it 100% certain that it is gone on there, you could go over it and hold it there for a good 2 or 3 minutes. But just as a demo, that is now attached to that.
Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing.
And any that does come out, like there's a bit that's come out at the bottom or around it, it'll dry clear anyway, so you'll not see that.
So if I wanted to colour that now, what can I colour it with?
This,
can I colour it with alcohol ink?
You can colour it with alcohol inks, you can use acrylic paint on top of it to colour it. You could even, what you could do is UV resin with mica powder, paint that on and then cure it with your torch.
Wow.
So that would give you a completely different effect.
Have we got any mica powders left in stock, Katie, apart from the glow-in-the-dark ones?
I think it might just be the glow in the dark.
I think it's the glow-in-the-dark and the neon. They're the only ones we've got left.
And they're more of a pigment paste anyway, aren't they, than a mica? They're not really a mica.
No.
Okay, right.
Well, yeah, so that's those.
Okay, I'll let Jane get ready for her next demo.
Okay.
And we'll come back up here and just go through all the different resins for you. So if you want your resin art from Cadence, what I love about this is the first word on the front at the back. In English, it says non-toxic. So you don't have to worry about this. The reason Jane wears gloves and David wears gloves and I would wear gloves is because if it gets on your hands, it's sticky. Like it's really sticky. It's like sugar syrup.
Yeah, I've ruined clothes by dropping. I've dropped a drop on a pair of jeans or on a t-shirt or something, and it doesn't come
But it's the same with glue.
Yeah.
If you use a solvent-based glue, it's exactly the same. So apron, job done. Now you get 250 ml in each bottle. It's a 1-to-1 mix ratio. What's the open time, Jane?
What when?
How long have I got to before it starts to set?
It wouldn't set because you're not mixing when you.
No, if you've mixed,
if you've mixed it,
when you've mixed
right,
it, how long have you got to use it?
Working time is 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 40 minutes is a lot, right? I love this. I think it's a fabulous product. We did it as a resin pour. So when we went, we had a 12 by 12 canvas that was been gessoed. We then took little cups and we did blue, black, I think we did a gold one and a white one. And then we just put it across a canvas like that on a diagonal. And then we put some gold mica powder right the way through it and we blew it with a heat gun. Amazing. Now, unlike an acrylic pour, when you've poured an acrylic pour, it has that high gloss. As it dries, it goes matte. And this doesn't. This holds its shine. It is beautiful to work with. And it will dry crystal clear if you're using a mat that's got a shine to it. If you're using the matte mat, then it will give you that frosted look. I love the fact that you can get the two different looks. Doesn't create a lot of air bubbles either this, but you're not stirring it like you're whisking it, you're stirring it like you're folding those eggs into, or the sugar into a meringue. So don't whip it, you just want to literally fold it in. This is the final stock for 2025. When it's gone, it's gone. It won't be coming back till next year. It takes us too long to get it into stock. Shop Clear $29.99 is going to get you that already. Half of the stock that only arrived in our warehouse on Wednesday is already allocated. So if you want it, you're going to have to get your finger out and press that button. Right, now then, let's talk UV resin. So this is the resin that Jane has just used to attach the resin Magnolia from the Cadence resin onto that glass jar. That's a lot of words.
That is a lot of words.
Love this. Don't decant it. It needs to stay inside that black bottle, okay? It reacts with heat, with light, hence the torch. So don't decant that into a different bottle because you'll just ruin it. Also, I would keep it somewhere inside a cupboard where it's dark and dry. You do get your torch with it. What kind of batteries does it take, Jane,
AAA.
please?
It takes three AAA batteries.
3 AAA batteries. Super, super easy to use. I love that. If you have got a nail lamp, you could put it in there for how long? 60 seconds?
60 seconds, 2 minutes maximum.
Okay. You could do that. So if if you've got that already, you could use that. But that is a cracking little kit. 40% of this is allocated and in people's baskets. Shop bundle $19.99. You've got nearly a £5 saving on that. That's a great time to make. That is your glue, right?
Yeah.
Fabulous. Right, let's talk resin cast. If you want the black, you can get 800 grams. This is a fabulous product. If you've got the black and the white, you can marble it. Looks amazing. This just mixes with water. You don't need any heat with this or light with this at all. It will just dry over time in those moulds. Don't try and stick any of our resin decals to it while it's still wet. Leave it to cure. I'm going to say leave it for 4 days, because then you'll know that all that moisture has come out and you're not fighting. We were playing with the resin decals last week or this week, and they were just sliding. There was no way they were sticking to that as soon as you demold it. So you need to leave it to completely cure. So if you want the black, you get 800 grams. Shop black will get you that one. Shop white will get you the white. We've only had this back in a couple of days and already 40% of that is also allocated. Now 20% of these sanding blocks, you can use these wet or dry. David would recommend that you run these under the tap, squeeze out any excess moisture and then use them to sand back any excess resin cast that you've got on there. Would these work on the epoxy resin as well?
They would. Yes, they would do that, but
You're
you
better
would.
with one of those tools, aren't
You are better with one of those. I mean, they would work, but you would then need to go over with a flood coat just to make sure that you've cleared any dust, because it might just dull it off a little bit.
We do proper burring tools,
The
though, don't we?
deburring tool, yeah. I don't think we've got any in stock at the moment. We need to get some more in because they are an absolute.
Because that,
That's a
as a
gadget
tool
that-
with the resin mat as a bundle, would be brilliant.
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
it?
definitely. I think,
All right, so
yeah.
we need to get that back in as well. I'm laughing at Katie. She's spending half of the time doubled up because she's got the board on the floor and she's on a chair and she's updating the stock updates as we go. 30% now. have gone. The peacock mould, I think this round a glass jar would look absolutely
Or on
tremendous.
even on a card or in a
I
picture frame.
love it. Shop P, $12.99. You've got a £4 saving on that. Use the pipette. Take your time, but the detail, look at the tiny claw on the bottom of the peacock's foot there. How amazing is that as a mould? Shop P, $12.99. I think I might do that on the mirror as well. That with the magnolias,
yeah.
it'd look lovely, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? Got 4 left.
Oh,
Thinking egg. How long do you have to wait before painting the resin cast? Leslie is asking.
the resin cast, I'd say you'd need to give it the 3 days for it to be dry completely,
I
so
would
that
too.
it goes on it properly.
It's not worth risking it, is it?
No.
For the sake of leaving it for a few days, it's not worth risking it. Elaine says, hi team. Hi Elaine. I have filled an alphabet mould with crystal art spares. Okay, so that the little drills.
Yeah.
What would be the best resin to use to set them in?
Epoxy.
The Cadence one.
Cadence.
That would look amazing.
That would
wouldn't
look fabulous. Yeah. All those shiny crystals in there. Yeah, definitely.
How exciting is that?
Yeah.
Yes, your Cadence one, darling. I would have said that as well. Leslie B says, thank you. You're welcome. Magnolia mould. Please tell me we've got one of these left, Katie. Shop Magnolia. Oh, we're good. Goodness for that, because I might just buy 3.
Okay. Well, then you can make 3 at a time.
Because I can do it in 3 at a time.
Yeah.
Because I think once people see it, they're going to want. Do you know what? You could make and sell those.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Easily.
you?
Oh yeah, easily. I mean, you could make them, and then you could put, if you've got like a jar or a piece of like the Oasis foam or something,
Yeah.
you could stand them in that.
I'm
as
thinking
well.
about box frames and all sorts.
Yeah,
lovely.
put them in. Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely lovely. Shop Magnolia, $19.99. Right, now then, that's gone. This mould, how are we doing on the blue mould?
There is one left in somebody's basket.
One left in somebody's basket. You need to check your basket out or somebody will pinch it from you. That is a lovely one as well. That'd be nice for your soap bars as well, wouldn't
definitely.
it? Really pretty. I love the cameos in the middle. I think they're really sweet. If you want that one, Shop Lace, $14.99. Now, we also have this border mould. This is beautiful. If you want to put edging, maybe you just want to put a band around the neck of a glass vase like that. That would be lovely with a piece of epoxy around there, wouldn't it?
It would look
absolutely gorgeous. Shop Border, you've got a nice saving on that one as well, down from $14.99. $10.99 it will cost you today before you discount, and you will still get your points. Shop Border, $10.99. You've got to have this as a card maker.
Yeah.
Gives you an opportunity to get involved with resin. Maybe you're like, oh, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Could I use my UV on this because it's quite thin? Or would it be still too thick?
It's the mould itself that it wouldn't help it to cure.
Right.
The mould, if you're using UV resin in a mould, it's got to be a white or a transparent mould, because then the light will go through it.
Got it. Every day's a school day. Love that. Right, this mould, I love this. I think this is the kind of thing that I buy in metal to embellish my MDF projects, because it makes it look then like a proper piece of furniture. This is beautiful. I mean, those, even in your resin cast, would look gorgeous.
Absolutely.
But the flexibility, I love the flexibility of that Cadence resin art, because I just think it opens up so many possibilities. Shop Ornate, $9.99. I need to tell you that 90% of the UV resin with the torch is now allocated and in people's baskets. The mats are fully allocated. How are we doing on this, Katie?
What is it?
The jug.
You just need to look at me. Shop Jug.
There's 6 of them in stock.
There's 6 left, $8.99.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a decent jug. It's such a heavy
They
weight.
can sell that. Where's that one that you've just done?
Down here.
Right, $8.99. Right, Becky, you're out with the family. You go into a store and you see that and you want to buy it. How much would you pay for that?
I'd say at least 20 plus pound.
Yeah. So you're doubling your money, right? Seriously, isn't that just beautiful? I absolutely adore that. I think that is really elegant. And then you get your lilies in that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just stunning, isn't it? And that's just been attached on with that UV resin. I absolutely love it. Shop Jug $8.99 will get you that. 60% now of the Cadence resin is allocated and in people's baskets, and the UV torch has just fully allocated. Don't miss out. Seriously, guys, don't miss out. I know if you've never tried resin before, it can seem quite daunting. Let me tell you that Cadence resin is the easiest one you will ever use. And in my opinion, you will get some phenomenal results with that. Remember, you don't stir it, you fold it. In fact, we'll get Jane to show you again how you fold that in, because we've had quite a long show with this and a lot of people will have been joining us at different times. So we just need to make sure that you understand exactly how to mix it. Mel, I've just seen the reel for the special launch on Thursday. Is Stephanie really producing the show? I haven't seen the reel. Is there a reel gone out?
I have no idea, but
I have no idea either.
The show
no,
on
she's
Thursday?
not producing the show.
A 2-hour show?
No, absolutely, categorically not. After the 6 o'clock on Tuesday, the customer, you guys, the Wednesday morning messaged me and said, "Oh, Mel, I really hope you managed to find a dark room." She was that bad.
I need to go back and watch that. I've not seen it yet.
Honestly. And then Diane came in and made it worse because she showed her where the confetti button was.
Oh,
I
that
was
button.
like, go home. And then Katie's trying to look what Stephanie's doing. So she's doing all this. And I'm like, what? Have I said something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Is the screen gone off? Are the details not right? And I'm like, my head was just like,
oh my goodness.
Oh, it's like ready to explode by the time. So no, absolutely not. But Stephanie will be demonstrating. And I'll be presenting. And I think David's going to stay too.
I will be
'Cause he
watching
wants
that.
one.
'Cause
I want one.
It's a 2-hour
Stephanie
show
wants
of the most amazing product. Everybody's so excited about this product.
Yeah. Do your research. Have a look at the prices.
When you see what the
Ours
thing,
won't be that.
for me, it's that what we've seen that Carl's made on it.
Oh, it's incredible.
Mind blowing.
Absolutely incredible. If you want a notification, type the word event into Facebook right now and we will send you a reminder, but save that date. You don't want to miss that.
No.
Right, my lovely. We're all right for time.
Yeah, I've got a little bit more.
Yeah, let's go. Let's demo.
I'm going to do something with resin cast.
Yay!
I'm going to make some resin cast and I'm going to try and colour it as well. So this is the one that you mix by weight, not by volume. So I've got my little mixing cup on the scales and they are set to 0. So I'm going to mix, I'm not going to mix a huge amount because I'm only going to put some in the blue mould. But I'm going to put 100 grams of this in here.
Well, it looks like icing sugar.
It
Please
does.
don't eat it.
No, I'll not do that.
It's full of icing sugar.
Oh, yeah. Then this one is water. I made sure I had to move it out of the way when I moved that one out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be
Make sure I don't
interesting
get them mixed
combination.
up. That would not go well. So this one you mix with 35 grams of water. So you just pour that in onto the top of there.
It amazes me how it doesn't go lumpy and gloopy, and it just mixes beautifully.
It mixes so well together. Now this one, again, ideally you want to try and be a little bit slow with it so that you don't get too many air bubbles in there, but they will disperse once you've poured it into the mould anyway. You just need to tap the mould and bring them to the surface and then they will go. So give it a mix, give it a stir, make sure that you're getting it all in. So scrape the sides, scrape the bottom as well to get any unmixed out of any little crevices in the bottom of the cup. Give it a decent stir. Make sure that you've got no lumps, and it mixes together so quickly as well. So quick. So that is in there. So I'm going to scrape that off.
Lovely.
I'm now going to add some colour.
Oh, with alcohol ink.
Yeah.
We need to get those back in as well, don't we? I love alcohol ink.
Instead of mixing it, I'm going to give it a swirl.
Ooh, nice. So this is a completely different medium to your
completely
epoxy resin, isn't it?
Yeah. This one dries. When this dries, it's almost like a ceramic effect.
Oh, look at that. Like Mr. Whippy ice cream.
So that move that
There's
out.
always a food analogy with me, can you tell?
If you can see, there's just got that hint of the colour in there as well.
Yeah, very soft and gentle, isn't it?
Put that into there, and then it's got the swirls of colour in it.
Tell you what, those moulds, obviously a separate set from your resin, would make great chalk ices.
Oh, chalk ice is fondant.
Do you remember Arctic Roll?
They still sell it.
I know, but
Well, yeah,
Roll. And
Arctic
you used
Roll.
to make, what was it called when you covered it in meringue and then you put it in the oven?
A roulade? Is it a roulade?
No.
No. Oh.
Oh, blinking at Melanie.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
I know.
I know now. Baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska. My mum used to do that in the Arga.
Oh.
Baked Alaska. Oh, I could do that. I'm not.
And then I'm just going to pour
I'm
this
being
one
good. I'm doing
into
killer
here.
vanilla next.
I know. All you're talking about is food. That's because you're doing the killer vanilla.
It is. That's because I'm doing killer vanilla. Now, in the next hour, we have a lovely young man coming to join us called Chris. And he's going to tell you all about killer vanilla. You will need to go to liveshopping.vip for that show. It'll be streamed on Highlight, won't it, Katie? On the website?
Yes, it usually is.
But to purchase, you'll purchase through liveshopping.vip. Last time we brought it, it was very, very
It
busy.
flew, didn't it?
It was very busy. Please get your comments in. Let us know if you bought it last time, how you've got on with it.
Yes.
It's a funny little thing. Look at this. This is what it is. Oh, it's like Vicks. Do you remember Vicks when you used to get it like that? You used to put it up your nose and sniff when you had a cold.
Yeah.
It's the most unhygienic thing because you went from one nostril to the next, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is killer vanilla. I'm not going to tell you anything about it because if I'm honest, I don't know anything about it. I just know that this has helped with my sugar cravings. So on the days when I've been I've been trying to lose weight since the beginning of the year, and I've done it really slowly this time because I spent my whole life doing yo-yo like that. And I was like, no, this time I'm going to do it differently. So really slowly. I haven't deprived myself of anything. If I wanted chocolate, I've had chocolate. Just haven't had like a box of Maltesers. Like, I'm not even I don't do little boxes.
Oh, no.
It's
No,
a
I
big
don't.
box and I
Yeah.
can eat more
I mean,
in one go.
Whoever
This-
thought up the bags of chocolates are for
Well,
sharing.
to share, I don't
No.
get that bit.
No.
This has absolutely helped. It just smells delicious, but I'd be interested to hear what your findings on it. But I'm going to ask him all the questions. How does it work? How did it come to be? What's the science behind it? Because there's loads of stuff at the moment, isn't there, all over Instagram about
everywhere.
cortisol and this and that, and you've got to do this, and this will help you lose that. And I'm like, do you know what? You just put less in, then you burn off.
Yeah.
That's it, right? Oh no, well it might be that. Oh no. So I'm going to put him through his paces. He doesn't know.
He does if he's watching.
Well, I won't be watching yet. We're getting ready. It's only this product on that show. That's how good it is. It doesn't need anything else, just that. So tune in, liveshopping.vip. Next hour, myself and Chris for an hour. He does remind me of a gentleman that will be out of Bridgerton.
Yes.
Has that very
Yes.
lovely
Oh, yes.
demeanour about him.
Definitely.
So yes, it'll be lovely to spend an hour with you and him in the next hour. But for the rest of this hour, Jane, it's over to you, my lovely.
Okay, one more. So you asked about how to mix the resin. So the folding motion that Mel talks about is basically it's this.
Terry Kim says, "Oh Mel, don't be mean. Stephanie was trying her best. Yeah, trying her best to distract me. Terry Kim, honestly." That was, and it was the end of a Tuesday when I've been in at 6:30 in the morning, and it was like 6:30 at night.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bless her. I'm not mean. We just tease each other all the time.
So yeah, the folding movement that you make, it is literally just like this, soft and gentle. You don't stir it like it's a cup of tea, like you're whisking an egg. Nothing like that. Just soft and gentle, little folds. But because this one's been sat. Because obviously when I mixed it together originally, there were micro bubbles in it. But I don't know if you can see on there how clear.
It's amazing, isn't
now
it, that?
gone.
It's just phenomenal. Lizzie Boehner, thank you so much for that. She said, I got the killer vanilla last time, nearly hardly have cake every day now and really don't crave it anymore. Lizzie, will you send that message in when we actually go over to that show? Because that's cool, that. I think that's brilliant.
That
And I
is,
want
that's
to know
just-
how it works because I'm
Yeah.
nosy.
Yeah.
I've got that engineering gene. I'm like, how does it work?
Yeah.
There's some
I mean,
things
yeah.
that
How does
I
it?
don't-
How? What does it do
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
it work?
how does it work?
Yeah. So I'm creating on this
good
one
stuff.
just a very, very quick little, because obviously I've got some resin left because I always pour too much. So created a white base with the white alcohol ink in there. Just put a couple of drops of the blue.
I guess that's why you have small moulds as well, right?
Yeah, that's it exactly.
So
And
you can
then
use that as
just
your filler. I love that. I love the way it responds with alcohol ink. I think it's amazing.
swirl that through rather than mixing it. And then I'm just going to pour that into there.
Oh, I love that colour. That's lovely. It's like a cornflower blue. That's beautiful. And that's it, right?
Yeah, that's
Now,
it.
if I wanted to add metal flaking or glitters
Yeah.
or beads or anything really
yeah.
into it, how do I do that? At what point do I do that?
You do that, you can do it at any point. The easiest time to do it is when you're mixing your resin together. So you would put your glitter in there. I mean, I've become one of those people that thinks that there's no such thing as too much glitter when you're mixing resin. I've even done it where I've put 3 different grades of glitter in. So I've put the chunky, the medium and the fine. And then in the product that I've made, the chunky has stayed at the bottom and it's like an ombre effect with the with the gradings of the glitter. So you can put glitter in at the beginning, you can put metal flake in at the beginning, you can put seed beads in. I think seed beads would be something that you would put in after you've poured it into the product or before you pour it. Before you pour it into the mould, maybe put your seed beads in there, because once you pour the resin in there, the little holes in the beads will create little air bubbles, so you'd need to make sure that they've all come out. Metal leaf, again, you can either put it in afterwards, after you've poured it, you can put it in before you've poured it, you can dust your moulds with mica powders before you pour the resin in so that it gives it a sheen on the front of the resin. You can mix it in, which gives you a different depth of colour. It gives you the shimmer when you're mixing mica powders in. It's up to you. You can do it before, after. It depends on the effect that you're wanting to achieve within your resin, within the item that you're making.
Perfect. Right, so we've got about 6 minutes left, Jane.
Okay.
What do you want to show us? Have you got anything you can show us in 6 minutes?
I don't.
UV? We'll go back to UV. We've got anything we can do
Oh,
with
I
UV
can.
resin?
Yeah, I can do something. I will try. What I will do, I'll try this with the UV.
Yeah,
Actually,
try it and see if we can.
'Cause you never know unless you try it.
No, you don't, and that's what I like about that. You can just play, can't you?
Yeah,
and
you
try
can
it and test it and see what you
that's
get out
it.
of it.
The only way to learn is by trying.
I love that though. Well, somebody once said to me, if you're not making mistakes, you're not trying hard enough. And then as long as you learn from those mistakes, then it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a lesson learnt.
yeah, and you'll just not do it again. You might
No.
tweak it and do it a different way.
Absolutely.
So just popping that in, and this is actually easier to get in here because you've got
that nozzle.
That nozzle.
Yeah. That's fabulous. I do like those matte molds.
These, I love these. When I saw them in the warehouse, I,
Where did you find them?
I'm not telling you because they were in a secret place.
Oh.
Katie was like, "Where have you found them?" In the warehouse.
How long have they been there? Katie doesn't know.
I think I've got a vague idea.
Not, I don't think they've been there a huge amount of time. I just think that they've just not been put on a show yet.
The things they were bought for, we changed them, went with something else.
Right.
So
they got forgotten.
yeah.
I'll tell you what, that little mould, Jane, with those embellishments on,
Yes.
they'd be lovely if you got your UV resin and your Cadence resin. They'd be lovely to zhuzh up really plain baubles.
Oh, definitely.
For Christmas,
yes.
wouldn't they?
If you coloured it gold with your mica powders, or made it full of glitter, or just made it sparkly,
Yeah.
and then you, like you say, you just attached it to a
Attach
bauble.
those on.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with the way that UV resin attaches the
Yes.
other resin.
Oh, it
to
is
it.
solid as well.
Yeah.
It just will not move.
And then just a scraper. We might have something like that on the website. I don't know whether they've all sold out or not.
I know we had the Decton scrapers, didn't
Yeah, the
we?
Decton ones would be perfect.
I think it might still be some of those.
you search Dekton, Dekton, you might find some in there.
Okay, so
This
give
is
that
great.
a blast with the torch.
Right, let's see if this works, because we'd rather we tried it.
Oh, yeah.
And rather than you try it and it not work. That's what we're here for. And I love that. I love the fact that, you know, if we were still on a TV shopping channel, and we are doing a little bit with Hobbycraft TV, but you can't just run out of the studio and grab something and try it, can you? Do you know what I mean?
No.
It's like you're in the studio. This is great because you know what? It might not work, but at
But
least
if it doesn't
we've
work,
tried it,
then
you know,
we've tried it and
right?
you've not wasted your
Wasted
product.
your product. Exactly that. I love that. And I love the fact that we don't have to go through 3 million layers of management to get to the answer that we need. Honestly.
Just try it.
Stephanie and I weren't good at corporate. Neither
I-
of us.
I
I
can't
can't be doing with that. To go through 3 layers to get a pint of milk signed off is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's no. Just go to the shop and buy it.
So it's great. And I love the fact that we get to come in here every day and share lots of things with you. Now, don't forget as well, Stephanie also does a Facebook Live on a Sunday afternoon. She's actually at home today baking her grandson's birthday cake. Well, Carl made the cake last night, put it in the oven. Stephanie's decorating it now, and then they're going to take it over and drop it off for him. So that's why she's not in today. David's going to a Halloween party dressed as Claudia Winkleman, which is why he's not here. I tell you, Claudia Winkleman looks very interesting with a beard. That's all I'm going to say. It just made me laugh when he said that Luke had cut the long black wig down, but Luke's taller than David, so when he put his head forward for David to be able to cut it, and then David cut it, and then he put his head back up, it shrunk by about 3 inches. I'm like, just tighten a ponytail, David, and cut the ponytail. He's like, I wouldn't think of that. So yes, he's going as Claudia Winkleman, so that'll be funny. Keep an eye out on socials for that. But yes, that's where the rest of the team are. But David will be taking you through Monday, David and Stephanie. I'll be with you Monday night at 6 o'clock. I'm coming back a little bit later. And then on Tuesday, we've got brand new SVG stencil designs for you. And what I'm going to do is take one stencil per hour and see how many different things we can make out of it, which I'm really excited about. So you'll be able to watch that as well. So yeah. Going to be good. We've got 1 more hour left, guys. You will need to go to liveshopping.vip and log into there, or just tune into there. We've got Chris joining us from Killer Vanilla. What do we think? Oh,
might have done it. Might need a little bit more curing time.
Okay.
But it has started to cure it.
Oh, look at that. It has. Oh, Jane, look at that.
So you might not be able to see that properly because of my colours.
Wow.
In fact, let me put it on there.
Oh, you know what?
So yeah, it does need a little bit more practice, a little bit more curing time.
Yeah, a bit of
but it does work.
Look at that. All right, well, we'll play around with
play
that
with
and
that.
see what we get.
Yeah.
Jane, thank you. That's been absolutely fabulous. Thank you to you for watching us this morning. Please, please, please. Cheryl says, thanks, guys, for a brilliant 2 hours. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So motivated to get going. Absolutely. Right, my lovelies. Wow, that sounds brilliant, Mel Tuesday. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, Cheryl. Please now go and tune in to liveshopping.vip. It's myself and Chris for an hour of Killer Vanilla. I'm going to grill him. Not literally. But I'm going to ask lots of questions. I'll see you in a few minutes' time. Bye.
Bye.